Hello viewers, you are once again welcome back to your YouTube channel, Honor Series Official. Today too, we are here to present you with another episode on Jodha Akbar. Like I said, day in day out, the series is getting more interesting. So today too, we are here to look at Wednesday's episode on Jodha Akbar. Tuesday's episode has already been uploaded as always, so you can check the comment section. The link is there, you can click on it and then watch it. So before we start with Wednesday's episode, let's remind ourselves on what will happen coming Tuesday. So on Tuesday, we saw how Jalal was chasing Sujama, and Sujama came to greet Jodha before what he would decide whether he has to escape or not. And then we saw how Jalal caught him and then arrested him. And we also see, or we are going to witness how he escaped from prison by killing the soldiers, and then how Jalal decided to chase him and then catch him himself. We saw how Jalal caught him and then how he saved Jalal from the arrow shot by Sharif. But they couldn't catch Sharif, so Sharif escaped at the end. And then we saw how Jalal got to know about the whole thing, the whole misunderstanding going on, because Sujaman told him everything which was going on, and then he realized that he made a very big mistake asking Jodha to leave the palace. So now it means he has to go in search of Jodha. Where is he starting from? Because he needs to apologize to Jodha that whatever he did, he's very sorry about it. So that is what is going to happen coming Tuesday on Jodha Akbar. So today, like I said, we are looking at Wednesday's episode on Jodha Akbar. So on Wednesday, the episode starts with Jodha kissing Jalal's hand. Jalal says, "You always put medicine on my wounds and I hurt you, please forgive me." Jodha says, "No need for that. You just said that in anger." They hug. It all turns out to be Jalal's dream. She says, "I hope Jodha understands me." He comes inside and sees Kana, one of their god Jodha worships, missing. Mutin comes there. Jalal asks about Jodha. Muti says, "My friend left the palace." Jalal sits with sadness. Muti says, "She left a letter for you and asked me to read it for you." She read the letter which says, "Dear Jalal, I was skeptical to write, but then I thought to tell you. Only Muti can read it for you. I am not going because you were angry on me. You ordered me to go, and you are a kid and my husband as well, so I had to leave. I am taking Kana without permission. Sorry for that." Flashback shows Jodha saying sorry to Kana for changing his place. She takes Kana and leaves the letter in her room. Flashback ends. Moti continues to read the letter. That yesterday you were very angry on me, but you also had doubts on my character. I didn't say the word to you because I am not angry on you, but I am hurt that I couldn't make a place in your heart. You didn't trust me. I wish to tell you the truth, but thought that whatever would be my answer, you would not trust me anyway. I would have never married you if I loved someone else. I could have died but not marry you. It's true that I didn't love you at the time of our marriage, but I didn't love someone else. This love just started to blossom between us. I believe that when you look into my eyes, you will see the truth. In anger, you pushed me towards you but couldn't read the truth in my eyes. Jalal, a husband is someone who fights with wife's purity, her character, but you doubted on me. When my husband doesn't trust me, then I had to leave. In your first few wedding rounds, you promised to respect me all my life, and my first promise was to obey your orders. It's not your fault. It is the rule of the world that women have to give test. Even then, fingers are pointed on her. If doubt comes in relation, then it never goes, so I'm going away from you. It's my request to not send soldiers behind me, because even if you find me, you will never gain your Jodha back. By your Jodha." Jalal sits on the ground crying. In the difference in Jodha is going somewhere. She recalls time spent with Jalal. She recalls how Jalal asks whether you love that man. She falls on the ground and cries. She gets up and starts walking. In the palace, Jalal is still sad. Rook says, "I don't find happiness punishing innocent." Maham says, "Innocent? She used to go out in the night to meet Suja. Why?" Rook says, "I don't know why she hide it from Jalal." Maham says, "Finishing is important, not the way you've reached there. Jodha going away from Jalal is favorable for you. Now he is yours." Rook says, "No, I don't want it this way. That Jalal's doubt is the reason for their separation." Maham says, "You went before Rajvanshi." Sharif says, "He was Sujaman." Maham says, "Oh, he was Sujaman. Thank God he's caught." Sharif says, "No, Jalal allowed him to go." Maham asks why. He says, "Suja was saved by Suja." He said Jalal was saved by Suja, and he told Jalal that someone from inside is against him. Maham says, thank God Jalal is saved, but it's bad that Jalal thought Jodha's brother to be her love affair. Sharif says, what? Maham informed that Jodha has left the palace as Jalal doubted her. Sharif thinks it's good as she will be close to me, being away from Jalal. In a different scene, Jodha comes to Mande, a different town, and asks for water. A woman gives her water. One man says to another man that I don't understand Jalal's rule. He takes us in other form. Other man says it's all fake concern. He has no softening for people. First man says yes, they all care about themselves. Jodha listens to this and says, okay, so Jodha listens to this and says, you are right and very sad. Jalal is very sad. Jodha listens to this and says, you are right. Jalal is very bad. He is doing fake things. What if he removes taxes? What is the big deal if he removes slavery? Give respect to women. Jodha says, it's very easy to talk sitting here. I want to clear one thing, that Jalal loves his people a lot. She realizes and says, sorry. A man asks, do you know Jalal? She says no. She sits there. Man says, why did she got angry listening about Jalal? Jodha thinks that they are right. Why am I feeling bad about him when he puts such serious allegation on me? Woman gives her food. Jodha eats and recall how Jalal said that he started loving her, but she finished that light with her characterless nature. Javida comes and says that shine of this palace is gone. Jodha left the palace. Maham says, I will come from Maza, and leaves. Javida says also. Javida says she also thinks that Jodha do black magic. I will also go to Maza. Jalal comes to Jodha's paintings and says, you talk this much, but I said one and you left me. You didn't answer me once that I was wrong. I'm like this. I have loved someone for the first time. You could have made me understand things. I know I did a sin doubting you, but you didn't clear the misunderstanding. I am human. I can do mistake, but you could have fought me. You could have fought with me. You could have answered me directly that I am wrong. You fought with servants. You fought for servants, my sister Bakshi, and for many people, but why you didn't fight with me for yourself? Don't you think that you have no right? Don't you think that you have no right on me? Not for me. You could have stayed for Hamida, for Rahim, for Salima, for nation who prayed for you day and night. Hamida comes there and says, now you know the truth. You know the importance of Jodha. Jalal says, Ami. Hamida says, don't call me Ami. You don't understand the importance of relation. They are just mere responsibility for you. Jalal says, I did a mistake. Hamida says, why me, Salima, Rahim, and nation suffer because of your mistake? A devil can never doubt on her, and you, what did you do? She says, for her respect, she, Jodha, left this palace. She is elegant, pure lady. You have hurt me a lot. Jalal says, forgive me. She says, you have broken the heart of a mother. You doubted on my daughter. What's the need of this painting in this room? I am taking my daughter's painting. Jalal says, at least you forgive me. Hamida says, it's your rule that only the person whom you have hurt can forgive you. And I will forgive you when you bring my daughter back. She takes painting and leaves. Maham sees her hiding behind bushes. So it means Javida was following Maham. So Maham saw Javida. So Maham sees her hiding behind bushes. Maham leaves. Javida says, where did she go? Maham knocks on some hearts and goes inside. Javida comes and says, she was here. Where did she vanish? She cries and says that, which ate my army Jan? I have lost everything. Please give me my army. Jalal is sad and recalls how he had told Jodha that I started loving you, but you finished that by your characterless nature. He thinks that I did a mistake. I misunderstood you, and I will rectify it. Jodha, on the other hand, thinks that I love you a lot, Jalal, but you have hurt me a lot. Rose comes to Jalal and says, I know you are worried, but a king can't be so emotional. Salima comes there. Jalal says, I need your advice. I put allegation on Jodha. I doubted her character. Salima says, I know you did a mistake, and also ask Jodha to go from here. She says, I also know that you love Jodha a lot. Jalal asks for suggestion. Salima says, I can't give any because in husband and wife relation, they can solve matter themselves. Nobody can sort out your problem. You both can do that. It's the matter between hubby and wife. You have given hair wounds and you are in pain. Salima says it's not the time to show attitude, it's time to show love, affection. Jalal says you are right, I will go and bring her back. Rooks is stunned and in tears. Jalal comes to gate of the palace and tells Salima to tell Hamida that I am sorry for my mistake and I will bring her daughter back. He tells Adgar that I am not here. See matters along with Maham. I'll come with Jodha. Adgar says alright. And the difference in Jodha is praying to Lord. Jalal greets Hamida but she doesn't greet back. Jalal sits on horse and lives with his soldiers. So talk. Jalal says that the day I came to know what it feels like to lose someone, I brought you back from death, but lost you to my dad. Jodha on the other hand says, Jodha says, you only lost me, but I lost everything because of a wife. Her husband trusts in everything. Jalal so says, I was worried where I will find you. Jodha so says, I will not worried for anything because I lost everything. You doubted me and I cut myself from you. You were seeing truth in my eyes, but you took my silence as a lie. You took my love as fake. Jalal says, I was sorry for doubting you. I was in so much pain because I started loving you. I can't think in my dream that anybody else sees you other than me. Now I just want to see you. We see Jalal riding horse. Javida comes back in palace, blabbering that where is Maham? Maham comes there and asks Javida what's happened. Javida sees her and gets happy. She hugs her and says, I thought you are dead in jungle. Maham says, jungle? Uzia comes to Rooks and says, I came here to care for you. He asks, why are you worried? Rooks says, I thought Jodha is cheating, so I was happy, but after knowing the truth, I can't ignore goodness of Jodha. She saved my Jalal. Uzia says, I never understand you. Rooks says, if allegation was true, I would be happy that Jodha is gone, but nothing like that will happen. Jalal and Jodha are more closer, and their relation is strong now, so how can I be happy? Uzia says, why do you think so much? Jalal will come back to you as you are his best friend. Uzia puts hand on her shoulders. Rooks says, stay in your limits. She jerks his hand and says, this is raw Risham. Don't touch it. In night, Jalal is staying for some time. He looks at anklets which he got in Gangia. He thinks that time is weird. See, today Jalal is listening to his heart. I never thought I would be in love, but see, I am in love with you. People do weird things in love, and I am so much restless to meet you and say sorry. He asks Sujas to sleep. Jalal comes in his tent and lay on his bed. He recalls Jodha throwing water on Rahim standing in lake and he getting drenched. He smiles and says, I accept, I feel good to irritate you. He recalls how he asked Jodha to go from Agra. He sits and becomes sad again. Next morning, Jalal reaches Amer. Bama and Minavati welcome him. Jalal meets them with sadness on face. Mina does his auntie. Bama says, I am happy to see you. He asks Jalal to come in. Jalal is sitting for lunch. Mina asks him to eat more. Bama says, can I ask why you came here? Jalal says, yes, I want to know how is Jodha. Why she didn't come with you. She is getting love in Sazura. That doesn't mean she will forget us. Jalal is stunned that Jodha is not in Amer. Jalal says that Jodha is not here. Where is she then? Bama says, whether she is not in Bama says whether she is not in Agra. Jalal says no. Bama asks why. Jalal tells them everything. Jalal says, I thought she would come here. Jalal says, I will leave to find her. Bama says, no, you stay here. Our soldiers will go to find her. He orders soldiers to find her everywhere in Agra. Hamida is tense and says to Salima that it's simple that Jodha can't be lost somewhere. She will not come in front of Jalal easily. Rook says, you are doing wrong by not eating anything. Rook says, when Jodha returns, will she be happy to see you like this? She will not forgive herself for your bad health. I know I don't like Jodha, but I love you a lot, not for me. For your daughter Jodha, please eat something. Rooks makes her eat. Salima says thanks to Rooks. Rooks says, don't thank me, I have some perception for Jodha till now. I don't want Hamida to be hurt. She leaves. In Amer, Mina is crying. Her relative asks her to be strong. Jodha will come. Mina says, no, she will not come in Amer. She says, I asked her to come in Amer only with Jalal. Otherwise, this palace is not for her. She says, I have black tongue. She tries to cut it. Mama comes and says, I promise to bring Jodha. Please relax. Outside, Jalal in Amer palace. Jalal is sad. Mama comes and asks, you didn't sleep? Jalal says, till I ask forgiveness from Jodha, I will not be at peace. Mama says, you came running on her. Maybe Jodha is in her way to Amer. Jalal says, no, I would have seen her. She is alone during the night. I will go and look for her. Mama says soldiers are searching for her. She is strong enough for her safety. Mama thinks that I'm also worried for my daughter. Don't know whether she's okay. Jalal says sorry for hurting them. Mama says no, don't do that. I know you care for my daughter a lot. I can see love and tension for Jodha in your eyes. This will never break your relation. Jodha will come. Jalal says, I will wait till morning. Mama leaves. Jalal sits and prays to Allah that if I have pure heart, then please protect Jodha. And this is where we are going to end Wednesday's episode.